Hello and welcome to TV360 News Now. I am Deji Badimasi. Governor Murtala Nyako of Adamawa State has finally beaten the dust. The Adamawa State House of Assembly impeached him on the grounds of gross misconduct. Now, 18 out of the 24 members of the Assembly voted to impeach the governor following the adoption of a report by a 7-man panel set up to investigate him and his deputy Bala Ngilari. But there was a mild drama before the impeachment process was finally completed, as the Deputy Governor Ngilari resigned to save him from being impeached. His resignation letter was read at plenary before the commencement of the final impeachment process. With the governor and his deputy gone, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Umaru Fintiri, has now been sworn in as acting governor. Now, according to the Constitution, the Speaker will act as governor for a maximum period of 3 months, during which time a new governor must be elected to complete the term of the impeached governor. Yakudo is in court challenging his removal. Now, Aminu Oguche, the Nigerian accused of masterminding the April 14 bomb explosion in Nyanya, a suburb of Abuja, is now in Nigerian custody. The International Police Interpol has handed the suspect to Nigerian security officials. The Nigerian Military High Command has also confirmed that Oguche, a military deserter, has been taken into custody. Aminu Oguche fled Nigeria to Sudan shortly after the bomb blast that killed about 75 people, but was arrested about a month later by Sudanese authorities. Now, in what authorities are sure to regard as a breakthrough, the Bauchi State Police Command says it has arrested a man widely regarded as the chief butcher of Boko Haram. Mohammed Zakari, a top operative of the terrorist sect, was arrested in Balmo Forest in the state. The police says Zakari, who is 30 and had identified himself as the chief butcher of Boko Haram, was apprehended last Saturday along Darazo Bazrika Road while fleeing the intensive counterinsurgency operation going on around the forest. The suspect, who hails from Kaigamari village, Dapchari in Darazo local government area of Bauchi State, is a self-styled chief butcher of the insurgent group at the Balmo camp and was said to be linked with the recent slaughter of 7 people, including women and children, in the area. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer Frank Mba in Abuja on Tuesday said that findings as well as disclosures from the suspect himself will assist law enforcement agencies in tracking down some other members of the terror cell. Now, following allegations of assassination plots leveled against him by the ruling All Progressives Congress governorship, Congress, I should say, that's APC, governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in Oyo State, Senator Oyo State, has called on security agencies in the state to commence investigation into the allegation. Spokesperson for the APC in the state, Kunle Oyatomi, had recently accused Omishore of plotting to assassinate 4 leaders of the ruling party in the state. According to the APC, the most prominent on the target list include former Governor Isiaka Adeleke, Peter Babalola, Chief Oluwabiola, and Alhaji Fatai Oyedele. But in his reaction, Omishore described the allegations as unsubstantiated. He accused the governor of propagating violence through his utterances and actions, adding that on his part, he had so far been an advocate of peace. Governorship election in Oyo State is scheduled for August, with the PDP looking to upstage the ruling APC in the state. Now, moving over to Ekiti State, following its decision to challenge the just concluded governorship election in that state, human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has asked the APC not to do it, describing the action as wrong. Incumbent Governor Kayode Fayemi had conceded defeat in the aftermath of the election and said he wasn't going to challenge the outcome of the election. But his party, the APC, has now gone ahead to file a petition before the Ekiti Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Ado Ekiti, challenging the outcome of the election and also contending that the winner, Ayo Fayoshé of the PDP, was not qualified to contest for the election. Mr. Falana, however, advised the APC to sue the federal government for restricting its movement and facilitating the arrest of some APC leaders during the election. And here in Lagos, this may not be the best of times for the people of Amuwo-Odofin local government area. The people say they have been continuously threatened by a group which goes by the name community policing youth vanguard allegedly formed by Area E Commander Dan Okoro. On Monday, July 14th, a group of men suspected to be members of the group allegedly attacked staff of the local government area who were out on a tree planting campaign exercise, injuring some of them. The group was said to have then headed to the local government secretariat, attacking staff of the council and destroying property. Chairman of the local government, Ayodele Adewale, at a media briefing at the council complex, accused the Area E police boss of being the mastermind of the attack, saying his life and that of his staff are now under threat.
On the 14th July 2014, at about 5:20 p.m., a group of men from the Community Policing Youth Vanguard, numbering about 100, waded into the premises of the local government with guns, bottles, and instruments of destruction, attacking everyone within the premises and advancing toward my office, possibly to kill me. The dangerous weapons, including bottles and machetes, were used freely, while pebbles were thrown at will. Several people sustained grave injury. It took the gallant effort of men of the Nigerian Security and Defense Corps, NSCDC, attached to the local government, to push the hoodlums aside the premises, though some members of staff had already been wounded. It is interesting to note that the presence of the police from the Area E Command did not disperse the hoodlums around the premises. Rather, they were romancing them instead of effecting arrest. We pause to ask, are the police for the protection of defenseless citizens or the other way around? Eventually, we got the intervention of the RRS from Alausa and the UPMESA that dispersed the hoodlums and condoned off 41 Road, thereby preventing further attacks. Meanwhile, earlier in the day, just as we returned from the tree planting campaign exercise, members of the same group attacked officials of the local government, Neighborhood Watch, at the local government and the local government environmental task force at 3rd Avenue by Alakija bus stop in Festac Town. One Niyi, a member of the Community Policing Youth Vanguard, led that attack. I use this medium to appeal to the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN, to come to the aid of the citizens and residents of this local government who now live in fear of the activities of this Community Policing Youth Vanguard.
Chairman of Amuwo Dolphin local government area there. Now, on to the foreign scene. Israel has accepted Egyptian truce proposal for the conflict with Gaza. Hamas, which controls Gaza, is still discussing the plan, but its armed wing has rejected it as a surrender. Under the terms, the ceasefire should begin immediately, followed by a series of meetings in Cairo with high-level delegations from both sides. Palestinian officials say at least 192 people have been killed by Israeli airstrikes launched 8 days ago to stop militants firing rockets into Israel. A suicide attack at a busy market in eastern Afghanistan's Paktika province has left at least 89 people dead, the defense ministry says. Officials say the attacker drove a 4x4 vehicle into the market in Organ district and detonated the explosives. The market was crowded, full of people doing their shopping at the time of the attack. The eastern province of Paktika shares a border with Pakistan's restive and volatile tribal areas. There have been no claims of responsibility yet for the attack. Eyewitnesses and medical staff say hospitals in the district are overrun with dozens of casualties. A spokesperson for Afghanistan's defense ministry said that most of the 89 bodies recovered from the rubble were women and children. And now to sports. Argentina icon Diego Maradona has criticized FIFA's decision to award Lionel Messi the Golden Ball as the best player of the just concluded World Cup in Brazil. Maradona said Messi, who was selected ahead of Thomas Muller, Ian Robben and James Rodriguez for the prestigious individual award, was given the award not on merit but for purely commercial reasons. The football legend said the Barcelona player was only awarded the coveted prize just to fulfill some marketing plans. Meanwhile, FIFA President Sepp Blatter has also admitted that he was surprised that Messi was chosen as best player of the tournament. South African Blade Runner and murder accused Oscar Pistorius was involved in a nightclub brawl after being approached by a man who aggressively engaged the athlete about his ongoing murder trial, his spokesperson has confirmed. Annalise Burger said the athlete was engaged in an argument over after a racing driver, Jared Mortimer, confronted him about his trial. The incident comes just days after Pistorius' defense team closed its case in the lengthy murder trial. Pistorius is accused of murdering his girlfriend of 3 months in a fatal shooting at his home in South Africa's capital, Pretoria, on the 14th of February 2013. His defense team denies he deliberately killed River Steenkamp and claims that he shot her accidentally after mistaking her for a burglar, but the prosecution says he deliberately shot her dead after an argument. The Olympic sprinter's murder trial was adjourned last week for closing argument on the 7th of August. He could learn his fate as early as next month. Well, that's it on News Now. We're back again tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. I am Deji Badimasi. See you then.